Morning, everyone. Councilor Maldonado here. I am with Nick, the owner of the Blue Corn Cafe and Bakery here in downtown Glendale, right across the street from the library. I've heard a lot of good things. One of my coworkers, Maida, says, "Oh, those sandwiches." So if you take Maida's word for it, the sandwiches are really, really good. My assistant's been here with her son. They've enjoyed it. I've heard a lot of good things about this place. Interesting piece before we begin, the name Blue Corn. We have friends and family that live up north, Native American family. Doris and Jared. Doris gave my mom a small bag of blue corn flour about 2 years ago, and was letting her know the health benefits of adding this to meals and things. And my mom took it and she said, "Oh yeah, we've been using it. It's really, really good." And then I just put the connection this morning together with this cafe and bakery. Nick is also Native American and shared with me, and then I have like, oh, now I understand exactly what is here. So great. Nick, thank you for letting us be here with you this morning. I want to just do a real simple interview, kind of like getting to know you, find out what your business is all about, and what people can come to expect, and a few other things to make it more like when they walk in, they kind of already know you.
That sounds great.
Great. So first, explain what is Blue Corn Cafe and Bakery to somebody who's never been here. How would you explain that?
So Blue Corn Cafe and Bakery is kind of a unique culinary experience in that everything's made from scratch. It's kind of like home, where we make everything with raw, fresh ingredients. We're making and baking every day. It's fresh. The bread's one of the biggest stars here. It's the most labor-intensive thing that we do, but it's also one of the most popular.
Sure.
Just flour, water, salt, and starter. We use that house-made bread for our sandwiches.
Nice.
Sandwiches are very popular. Mm-hmm. The quiche are probably a second bestseller. Okay. They take 3 days to make each one. Wow. So a lot of people aren't going to go through that labor of doing it. We do because we care about the products that we put out. We care about the food that goes into people's bodies. Nice. I care about our customers and our community here. Nice. I've really come to love downtown Glendale. The historic nature of the area is phenomenal. You can't get this anywhere else. Yeah. I travel all over the country at times, and when I go to California, when I go to other places, they're all trying to recreate this downtown hometown feel. Yeah. Whereas we kind of naturally have it here, and it's wonderful.
Apart from others, I'm sure there's opportunities to go other places, but what about it downtown itself made you say, you know what, this is, I think, the spot for me?
It was happenstance because we were actually managing another bakery at the time, so this is our second location. Okay. We dropped the first, kept this one, but my daughter she's in high school now, and she started a club called Surprise Squad. So they would get together and find needs of the community, maybe somebody that had cancer, maybe somebody lost a job, maybe somebody that came back from active military service injuries, and they would do something nice for them. Okay. So they'd raise money, they would buy equipment, donate, funds or food, and they had a meeting here on the strip. And while I was waiting for her in her meeting, I was walking down, and I seen this empty shell here of a space, and I looked in, and I've always my Hopi name is Tepsoya, which is a greasewood planting stick. Okay. So when you're planting your fields, you poke the holes, you don't disturb the land, you just make enough space for the seeds. Right. And I've always been good at starting things. So when I seen the empty shell, I just seen opportunities.
So that's a really good story. Mm-hmm. That's just really, and your daughter does that. And she was in high school when she started that. She's still doing that?
She is, and she's graduating this year. Okay. So she's applying for colleges. So she's looking at a few schools. Nice. She's narrowed it down to U of A and UCLA, so we're kind of waiting to hear back from those. She already got into U of A, NAU and ASU, and we're pretty excited.
Good. That's impressive that a young lady is doing those kinds of the Surprise Squad. Mm-hmm. You raised her right, so that's good. I appreciate those kinds of things. So.
We do what we can. I wanted her to know. She works here. All of my daughters, I have 3 daughters. Okay. They work here on rotation on Sundays. Okay. So every Sunday it's one of them working. So I wanted them to know what it's like to earn a living, what it's like to work hard, what quality, doing things right the first time is about. Right. So they get that experience. My middle daughter is the one we actually started the cafe for, because she's the one that actually likes to bake. Okay. This isn't even my forte. This is her thing. Yeah, she's is the best bread maker we have. She can make great quiche shells and quiche.
Wow, good for her. Right on. I'm sure you have several repeat customers. What are some of the favorite items from those customers? Not specifically, but it's like a 2 or 3 things that you know that everyone's going to love when they come in here. What would you, if you had to guess?
Bread is the most popular, so we go through hundreds and hundreds of loaves a week, and we have to, and then also jalapeno cheddar, just different flavors of bread. Zucchini muffins do 2 or 3 times the amount of all the other muffins.
Wow.
Even though it's a vegetable, it seems simple. It's just the right amount of sweet, the right amount of texture. It's really nice. It's my favorite thing here. Lemon blueberry is the next popular, and then the quiche, and then everything else just kind of rotates. One week they're buying up the whole cheesecakes. Next week it switches to tarts. Next week they're doing the chocolate mousse domes. It rotates. It makes it more difficult for me, but it's also fun.
Yeah. Someone walking in off the street, just walking by, and they see it, and they say, "Hey, we shop in here." What's something they can expect when they walk in, and what is something that's going to keep having them come back? If you had to put in your own words, what would you say?
So I think it's, again, to the unique culinary experience. This is just a unique experience overall. We're one of the only places I know of that doesn't have a menu. We've never had a menu, and we thrive here because everything's...
That's interesting. I didn't think about it until right now. Yeah, when I walked, you know what, you don't. You just, what's in the window, and okay.
Yeah, wow, so it's kind of like maybe a European French market bakery where everything's made, everything's put out. You kind of come to learn about what the products are, what you like, what you don't. But I think one of the biggest things that new customers are going to experience is the samples. So I didn't grow up with parents. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I knew I couldn't afford a lot. And I know the high quality products, the ingredients are costly, so I don't want everybody to have to pay for everything to know what it tastes like. So even if you're just getting a coffee and a cookie, you'll be able to sample the sourdough bread. You'll be able to sample the muffins. You'll be able to sample tarts. So we'll break them up, and as people come in, you try it, like, oh, that's an informed decision of what I know I'm going to like it, and I know I'm going to want it. Something unique here is like our drinks. So we use a locally roasted bean. We do a pre-infusion before we pull every shot. We do a 20 to 30 second pull per shot. And it's all-inclusive pricing. So unlike a lot of places where they kind of nickel and diming you for extra shots or extra flavor or alternative milks, it's just one price, whatever you want, and we'll make it nice.
And I'm sure everyone appreciates that, even though maybe they don't understand that or recognize that, but I'm sure everyone appreciates that. They're not realizing, why does this cost me $13 over here? And, well, you got, your drink is like 19 words long. But Nick, thank you for inviting us and letting us be in here in your shop and doing a quick interview with you. I look forward to stopping by and directing more people here. And again, Blue Corn Cafe and Bakery, downtown Glendale. Councilman Baldwin here with owner Nick. And we'll have all the information down below for all the platforms you can find them, all the information. And until next time, everyone be safe.
It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you, buddy.